Hello, welcome to your devotional for this week. I've been thinking a little bit today about my family growing up. Again, my family growing up was probably like most families, where there's a little bit of tension every now and then, there's a little bit of uncertainty, perhaps occasionally even a little bit of frustration with one another. But in my family, there was this saying, this kind of odd, probably Northern Irish saying, that blood is thicker than buttermilk. And this idea that we will stand together, we will support each other, we will protect each other, we will encourage each other against whatever outside things might come at us. I'm reminded also of the fact that as Christians, we are a part of the family of God. You and I belong to one another in Jesus. We are one family together in Him. We're meant to support one another, to encourage one another, to strengthen one another. Jesus talks about this amazing idea that all the world around us will know that we belong to Him if we love one another. He gives all kinds of different and passionate pleas that we would be unified, we would be devoted to one another, following, connected to one another, and that through our unity we would witness to the world, seen and unseen, the glorious truth that Jesus is the Lord. Now, in this particular moment of time, there's all kinds of potential for tension and for disunity. We could feel disunified on what church should look like in this current moment. Should restrictions be followed or not followed? Do we wear masks or not wear masks? Do we get vaccinated or not vaccinated? How do we experience the idea of what church should look like going forward? There are so many things that can tear at the fabric in the sense of unity that we have for one another. We can choose to minimize one another or to vilify one another based off of these different kinds of positions. But I'm reminded that these are not core things. Someday when I stand before Jesus, He will not ask me what I thought about the restrictions. He will not ask me what I thought about vaccinations. He will not ask me about masking or not masking. He will look at me and want to know, was I faithful to Him? Was I passionate to do all the things that He asked me to do? To love faithfully and well, to preserve the unity of His body. And in this particular moment of time, I think we have a tremendous opportunity to show the world in a very clear and a very tangible way that Jesus Himself is Lord, that He is real, that He is glorious, and that He is strong, by the ways that we love one another, by the ways that we are willing to be unified even with all of our differences, by the ways that we can listen to one another with respect and with faithfulness, by the ways that we can value people, even people who have a very different perspective from us, and still honor them as our brothers and our sisters in Jesus, because Jesus' blood is truly stronger than anything that might come at us. It is a force that can unify us like nothing else can in all of the universe. I'm really proud of us as a congregation. I'm proud of us that through this season there has been so much grace. There's been so much patience. There's been so much peace. There's been so much willingness to extend love and compassion and grace and care to one another. I am so proud of you in the way that you continue to engage, to support us and encourage us through all the reality of this different particular kind of season. And in this day and in all the days to come, I want to encourage us to be this kind of family, to be this space where we fight for and we seek to intensely move towards the unity that Jesus calls us to engage with, that He calls us to pursue. And sometimes this means setting aside our rights or our preferences in order to love one another really well. It means setting aside our judgment and sometimes our arrogance or our sense of superiority in order to listen to someone even when we disagree with them. Let's proclaim boldly to the world, seen and unseen, that Jesus Christ is Lord, that He rules and reigns supreme. Let's show them what the love of God looks like in the way that we love and care for one another, in the ways that we are powerfully unified, not just in word, but in action and in thought and in desire, in the way that we move forward in this season. May God continue to fill us with His strength, with His grace, with His goodness, and with His glory, in order that we might be strong and faithful, that the world around us may be changed. God bless you.